Okay, I am going to install the Django on Ubuntu, which is what we did in class on Wednesday. So first of all, I'm going to get Ubuntu up here and take over the whole screen. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a command line terminal. And the first thing I'm going to do is check the version of Python. So I'm going to do, actually the first thing I'll do just to make this more readable is I will change the size of the font a little bit. So right now it's monospace regular. Let's do custom font and let's just make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is check on Python 3 -v. And this will give us what version of Python we have. And we have 3.66, which is good. The next thing I am going to do is I'm going to install the virtual environment. So I'm going to do sudo. Sudo switches the user to the root. And I'm going to say apt install Python 3 -venv. That's the virtual environment. It's going to ask me for my password. The password on here is password, p@ssw0rd1. So there it goes, and it installs. It asks if I want to continue. I will say yes. And it'll take a moment to install. When it's done, we'll come back to the prompt. It could take a second. I also hope to do a video that will let me do the Windows. I'll try to show you how to install on Windows. But first we'll do the virtual machine here and Linux. It's taking a while. Should be done in just a moment. We're at 68%, 70%, 75, 79, 85, 88, and close. %, 99. I think we're close. We are back to the prompt. Now I'm going to make a directory for my things. This is a little bit different than what I did in class. I'm just going to do the command line. I'm going to make a directory. I'm going to call it Django projects. Then I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to cd into Django projects. So we're changing directories into Django projects. Now I am going to start a new environment in this folder. So a new virtual environment. I'm going to do Python 3 -m venv. And I'm going to, unlike what I did in class, I'm going to name it an environment 01. Takes it a moment and then it's done. So we need to activate this environment. So I'm going to do source, and we did that in env01, right? Because that's the environment 01. We need to go to the binary and we need to activate. Oh, so I screwed that up. env01. Oh, that's because I did a zero, an O instead of a 0. So I'm backing up here, go to the end, and I'll run that. So I did it. Notice the environment, the env01 is part of the prompt. So inside of this, I am going to install Django. I'm going to do pip install Django. And so it is installed Django in there. All right. So I am going to create a new project. So we're going to be using 2 projects in class. So I'm going to do Django, admin, start project. The one we're going to use for samples is called Tech Review. And again, you can, I think I called it Tech Review 2 in class. I'll just call it Tech Review here. So that creates that. If we do ls, we'll see that there's environment 1 and there's Tech Review. If I change to check Tech Review, cd Tech Review, and if I do a listing of the files, we'll see that there's a managed file, pi, and there's a subdirectory called Tech Review. So managed pi is something we're going to be using a lot. I am going to say Python 3 manage pi, and we're going to create an app. So I'm going to say start app, and we'll call it review app. Again, that's a little bit different than what I called it in the class, but it'll create an app now. If we do this, we'll see there's a review app directory and there's a tech review directory. If we do apt install tree, maybe it's apt get tree, sudo apt get tree. We don't need to do this, but let's ignore it for right now. The tree just gives a nice view of this, and I forget the exact install of tree. Actually, so did I try? I did apt install. Let's do sudo apt install tree. This is the last try. That worked. So then I'm going to do tree, and it'll show the structure of the template that we've got for the project and the application. Okay. So I'm also going to make the app that the app and project that you're going to do for your assignments. So I'm going to do cd ... That takes us back to Django projects. I'm once again going to do Django admin, start project, and I'm going to call it Python Club, because this is the assignment you will be working on. All right, and I'm going to, if we do ls, you'll see that there's a Python Club now. So I'm going to cd into Python Club. And I'm going to do Python 3 manage pi, start app, and we'll just call the app club. And if we do an ls, we'll see that there's a club, manage pi, and Python club. So we have 2 separate projects and 2 separate apps. And we are ready to go. So that's the end of this video. So let me stop it.